Hello everyone and welcome to episode 13 of my Topical Ramble vlog series. In this one I wanted to talk about where I want the vlog series to go going forward, and also just cover a few general things, but that's kind of one of the main topics really that I want to deal with. By the way, the footage you're watching here is Watch Dogs 2 on the PS4, and it's a pretty good game. It's got some annoying bits to it, but overall I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing through it. There were some bits, like I say, were a bit annoying in it, but overall I had fun with it. I think the worst part of this game, excuse me, is the cops tend to be a bit too overzealous. They tend to follow you for a long time for minor indiscretions and can get a bit overexcitable, but you can master how to avoid them. It just takes a bit of practice and a bit of time. So anyway, back to the main topic of this topical ramble, which is going forward. One of the big problems that I've found doing this series is always trying to find things to talk about. I think it was back in February was the last time I actually did one, so it's been about a month or just over a month. And I've not been doing it because I couldn't be bothered. It's just been that I haven't really found a huge number of topics to talk about in that time. I did a 5-part series covering the Halo games on the Xbox consoles and my history with them, what I think of them, where I hope that series goes going forward. And of course as well, I've also been posting up footage of my Twitch streams of games that I live stream. And so there hasn't really been, it's not like I've been away from putting YouTube videos up, but the Topical Ramble videos have suffered, primarily simply because of the fact that I've found it difficult to come up with topics all the time. And sometimes you can actually think of a topic and then you notice that somebody else in your subscriber list has already done it, and done it not that long ago. And so, I always feel a little bit uncomfortable putting up a video that covers the same thing that isn't a VR, isn't a video response. I maybe should do them a lot more. I do like doing video responses. I've done a few down the years on my channel, but I do like to try to keep them a little bit separate. But it does become hard. It does become a difficult thing to do. And, sometimes I like to just let people's videos sort of not grow of their own accord, but just be testament to somebody's opinion by themselves. It's hard to sometimes do a VR to somebody else's video when you're actually just doing a video that basically reads as, yeah, I agree with everything, and that's pretty much it. That's not something that I want to do. It's not something that I just want to keep doing all the time. I don't want it to be like a sort of a substitute for trying to come up with my own content, my own ideas. And consequently, like I say, it means that I have fewer of these topical ramble videos than I would like. I said a while back I would like to have more topical ramble videos and not less live streams, but a greater number of vlogs to outweigh, or to at least counterbalance, the number of live streams. Live streams are really easy to do for me because if I'm playing a game, I can just hit a button and I'm live streaming within a couple of minutes, and I'm just yakking while I'm playing the game. I'm laughing at things in the game, I'm talking about things that happen in the game. And so, that type of thing can be quite an easy thing to do. I've done a Doom 3 playthrough, and I'm now doing the add-on pack, Resurrection of Evil. And I did about a 2 hours 10-minute live stream of that today. I really enjoyed it, especially when you get people that come into the chat. And this is what's going to lead me on to the next thing, because people that come into the chat can, they raise up, they talk to you while you're playing the game, they raise up issues, they talk about things, they give their opinion on things, and it really helps move things along because you can interact with them. And one of the things that doesn't really happen a lot on this channel is I do respond to comments that I get, most if not all of them. And what I was thinking was sort of my idea was to try to help me create this type of content going forward would be, if anybody who watches these videos has any ideas of subjects that they would like me to cover in a topical ramble, by all means feel free to post it in the comments section of the video. If there's anything you want me to talk about, because sometimes as a content creator, it can be hard to know what it is that people want you to talk about. You might go on a subject that you want to talk about, and that's great, but when I don't have any ideas of my own of things that I want to talk about, then it would be great to actually have the input from people who might want to have subjects they want to hear me talk about, or how I feel about certain things. And that's really what I'm hoping for. If I'm certainly, I'm not saying, look, you have to do this, otherwise I'm stopping doing topical rambles. I've just been trying to think of ways that I can come up with things that would enable me to come up with more of these videos, maybe even if it was down to doing one a week. A lot of people do a video, say on a Friday or on a Monday or on a Wednesday or whatever, where they answer people's questions, because that then at least helps for those barren periods where I can't really think of anything that I want to talk about, or anything that I think is worth talking about. I don't want to be somebody who careful here, I suppose, regurgitates video game news. I don't want to be somebody that does that, because there are loads of other people that do it on YouTube, and they have far more professional setups than I do to do it. They sit there in front of a camera, they've got expensive setups, and they do it like they're hosting some kind of an opinion show on television. I'm just sat here with a headset talking into Audacity while there's gameplay footage going on. So, I don't want to try and have any kind of pretense that I can go into that level. I like how I do things, and therefore when I do my vlogs, it's called Topical Ramble, but it's just, what it kind of meant wasn't like, oh, what's the hot topic? It was more for me about talking about a topic and rambling about a particular topic. It doesn't necessarily have to be current. So, I'm just saying, don't feel that I'm going to stop doing this if I don't get any feedback. I don't hold things to ransom like that, because I don't get paid for this. I do this as fun. I do this as a pastime. I'm not under any illusions that I could make a living out of doing this. So, there's no, I'm not going to start holding content to ransom, because I don't have the followers, the views, or the inclination, more importantly, to do that. It's just an idea that I've got, that if people, if you want more of that content, and I want to do more of that content, it would certainly help to make it a little bit more frequent. But if not, it might be that I'll come up with more things to talk about, just sort of organically, for want of a better word. Sometimes that can happen. Sometimes, you just go through a bit of a lean patch. I had a bit of a burst in the new year, and then you hit a bit of a lean patch, because then there isn't really a lot going on, and you've kind of talked about a lot of the things that you wanted to get off your chest. And so, it can fall a little bit by the wayside like that. As I say, it's just an idea that I came up with, that I thought, well, You know, I do have some people that post regularly in the comments section. If any of you guys have something you want me to talk about, that's fine. Now, there are a few things I would say. It has to be gaming related, first of all. I'm not getting into politics or religion or any other hot button issues like that, because that's not what this channel's about. I don't mind talking about things that are related directly to video games, but this is not a political channel, and nor is it ever going to be. You know, I will give my opinion on things that are related to video games, but if you want me to talk politics, I'm not going to do it. It's not because I have a fear of, you know, talking about political things. I do have my own thoughts and views on things, and I don't have a fear of it as such. But this not my web presence is really for gaming. That stuff I conduct in my own life, and I don't really go into political discussion or religious discussion or anything like that outside of people that I know personally and people that I trust personally, because there are a lot of people out there that like to use things against people. They like to, you know, they like to come on to you as a, you know, and you say something, and then next thing you know, they're using that as material with which to attack you with. And I'm not going into all of that crap, to be perfectly honest with you. This is a gaming channel, and it's gaming content, so that would be pretty much the only thing I would say would be a limiting factor, is it just has to be game related. And you know, if it's something that I feel I can contribute to, you know, if it's something, you know, sometimes it might be a subject I don't know anything about, and it would be ridiculous for me to talk about that, but I will always respond in the comments section. So it's just an idea. You know, I really should let people, I really should put in my videos, at the end of my videos, is say, let me know what you think about the subject of the video. I never do that, and I always mean to do it. I always mean to say, let me know in the comments section. I guess it's because people do, so I just have always just kind of assumed that people will do anyway. But yeah, I mean, that's all it is, really. You know, it's just like, hey, you said this in the video, what do you think about this? That gives me something that I can expand upon, rather than just type a few lines in a comment section of a video, which, you know, sometimes you can't really communicate effectively in a few lines what you mean about something, because it's difficult to get inflection across when you're talking. It's a really tough thing to do. But anyway, I think I'm going to pretty much come into the end of this video. I mean, that was pretty much it. Like I say, I just wanted to cover this. I just wanted to talk about this and just put the idea out there. So, like I say, if any of you have got anything that you'd want me to talk about in future topical rambles, let me know in the comments section, and I'll see what I can come up with. And in the meantime, thanks for watching, and stay tuned to my channel for more to come.
I might just meet you there. Cool.